Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat?
Saints-Giants, Sunday, noon kickoff, MetLife Stadium up in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Saints are a 5.5-point favorite in this game. Giants 2-10. They have not won a home game all year. They are not a good football team. The New Orleans Saints, who I will also say are not a good football team, you're a better football team than the New York Giants, and you really need to win this game. You don't have many chances for wins left on your schedule. This is one of them, and you need to go get it. And man, if you're the Saints, you've been looking for something good to happen to you all year since the wheels fell off after week 2 and you ended up in a 7-game losing streak. You're coming off a tough loss to the Rams where you played pretty well for the majority of that game, had a chance to win it at the end and just couldn't come through. And you finally got something good to happen for you. Your injury report is pretty much spotless. There are no surprises. You're without key players still. Don't get me wrong. I mean, plenty of them are on IR. But you're going to have your offensive line fully intact for the first time since week 3. And you're going to be facing a defense that has linebackers out, that has their best interior defensive lineman out for the rest of the year on IR in Dexter Lawrence. And you have a motivated running back in Alvin Kamara who's been playing really well and has a chance for his first 1,000-yard rushing season this weekend in MetLife. When the Saints offense has been good, they have run the football. You should be able to run the football. Add in the fact that Kendre Miller is expected to return off of IR in this game. And when he's been on the field, he's been pretty productive. It's been keeping him on the field that's been the problem. You should be able to run the football. Now, I know what everybody's going to ask. Taysom Hill. What about Taysom Hill? He's out. He's been such a key cog for the Saints offense. When Taysom Hill's been out, the Saints offense has struggled. It has been stagnant. Were they relying too much on Taysom Hill? Well, you're going to get your answer Sunday. Because the other part of that is, yeah, Taysom Hill was out, and yeah, the Saints offense went stagnant. Your offensive line was also in shambles most of the time at that part of the season. Remember, there also was no Eric McCoy. Getting him back is obviously huge. And maybe they rushed him back a little too quick. He re-injured the groin, but that game he was in, the offense hummed pretty well. So you'll have your full complement of an offensive line. You'll see just how much they really were relying on Taysom. You're not going to replace Taysom Hill in everything that he does. Like, you don't have anybody who's going to go do what he does on special teams. You don't have anybody who's going to do what he does really from a blocking standpoint, right? Not at least skill player. That you're going to lose. But can you make up for the running ability that he gives you? Can Alvin Kamara pick up the slack in the receiving game that Taysom Hill gives you? Maybe. Kendre Miller too. We're going to find out if the Saints were too reliant. Either way, New Orleans is the better football team in this game. I am curious to watch their defense go up against Drew Lock. I would actually feel a lot better if the Saints were facing Tommy Cutlets and or Danny Dimes, but you're not. You're facing Drew Lock, who has had moments in his time in the NFL as a starter where he really flashed. We're familiar with him here, obviously, because of his career in the SEC at Mizzou. So that's going to be interesting. But Kool-Aid McKinstry's done well. Alontae Taylor's been awesome. I like the Saints in that matchup too. I will take the Saints to win this game. They are going to make it much harder, I think, than it probably should be. Don't necessarily know if they cover the 5.5. Give me the Saints by a field goal. We will go 21-18. It's going to get weird up in MetLife. 21-18, Saints over the Giants.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.